finger or my phone number, and here, I'll do it. Go ahead.
Live?
Yeah. Okay, so today we are going to do some fun, really cool do-it-yourself recipes with the oils. I think we're all pretty much going to present something. So ask whatever questions that you have as we go along, since we're such a small group. The 3 different ways we use the essential oils, I'm sure you all already know, but I'd like to go through it anyway. But it's basically aromatically, so diffusing. So right now my new favorite of like the week is 2 drops of purified. Sometimes more than like 3 or 4 will go in, and that's okay. But it's lemon, purified lemon, grapefruit, lime, peppermint, and spearmint. It smells really good, but I don't have the spearmint in this one, so my new favorite. But you're purifying the air, you're cleansing the air, so definitely diffuse a lot. But there are so many other important ways that we use our essential oils besides diffusing, so that's why I want to go over them. So I have a few recipes that I'm going to talk about first, and then we'll invite each one of you up and you guys can share yours. So with the summer coming, even though we're in Vegas, we don't have a lot of issues with bugs necessarily, but if you're traveling and you're going hiking or anything like that, Terra Shield is a fantastic one. It's a bug repellent, and I'm not sure if I brought it with me today. You can diffuse it. You can even diffuse it outside, and it will help keep the bugs away. I'll pass it around if you want to take the lid off and smell it. There's 8 to 10 drops of Terra Shield in this. Now, some of the oils, like you'll hear me say, you definitely want to make sure you use a carrier oil when you're trying a new oil, because you don't know if you're going to have skin sensitivities or not. But that one already has fractionated coconut oil in it, so you can put it directly on your kids, you can put it directly on your skin and not have to dilute it. So I believe I put 8 to 10 drops in that little bottle. So that's a really great one, so you can just spray it on if you're hiking or whatever for natural bug repellent. The next one I'm not making, but I did want to comment, because as ladies, we all have jewelry that needs to be cleaned. Did you put it on?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, it's different. You really smell like the.
It smells like citronella.
Yeah, that's mostly what I smell. But yeah, no, it doesn't smell bad at all. But it works really well. My husband actually made a spray bottle of it when we were at our last house and went around the entire perimeter of the entire downstairs of the house spraying, so no bugs would come in. I do know of a couple companies here in Las Vegas that are looking at replacing, like finding like an all-natural bug repellent, like to spray people's houses with rather than the ones with all the chemicals. So I'm sure we'll have more information from that soon. Is one of them my students? So, okay, so jewelry cleaner, 1 drop of purified, which I'll pass that one around. That's one that's actually diffusing. This is a really, one that I don't personally love the second I smell it, but it is the one that I use with my laundry, and it smells really great. It's also a really great one that you can mix maybe lavender and purified together, but really great for cleaning. So purify, 1 drop, and 1 drop of On Guard concentrate if you have that. If not, I'm going to be showing you how to make it today, and you can just clean your jewelry with that. Another great one is lemon by itself. Lemon will clean your jewelry very quickly. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so my next one, I had to try it out in my room. Lavender Spearmint Linen Spray. So in this one, it's, I actually made the recipe for an 8-ounce bottle, so that would be like this. I just obviously did less for the small one, so whoever gets it can try it out. But an 8-ounce glass spray bottle, never plastic, because the oil actually can eat away at the plastic. You always want to put everything in glass. Darker glass is better. 8 ounces of water, 4 tablespoons of witch hazel, 12 drops of lavender, 8 drops of spearmint, and 11 tablespoons of distilled water. There we go. And so you combine it first with the essential oils and the witch hazel, and you shake it together, and then you put the water in and shake it, and literally just spray it all over your linens. Or you can spray it on yourself if you like it. Any of these, that's kind of the fun thing. If you like the way it smells, you can kind of spray it on yourself. You can spray it all over your car or your house. Definitely a nice thing to keep in your purse. You can just spray wherever you want. So that's actually, I got that from the Living magazine that came out this month. I don't know if any of you read that. I was actually going to make little hors d'oeuvres with the oils, but then I had to teach before, and I didn't think they would hold over as well. And that's a lot of work, so soon I'll do that when I go back to doing the classes at my house. Okay, so let's do a really simple one that I'm actually going to make. This one, I'm going to give this one away today, so this is like one of my most favorite just because I use it the most. So I always ask my husband, I'm like, okay, what are the things that we use the most? So I can always talk about those. This is all over my house. You don't have to have an On Guard doTERRA, little container. I used to reuse the containers till they got so old I ended up buying them. You can get them in your back office. You can just buy one. I think it's $2, or you can buy them in a pack and it's cheaper. So this is literally just water, distilled water. A few things that I have in my house all the time that as you get more comfortable with your oils, you just want to keep them on hand all the time. So Castile soap. This one you can just buy at Trader Joe's. It's like $9.99. And then this one is Castile soap, but this is Baby Mild. So if I'm, when I make all of the body washes, I always use Baby Mild, especially if I'm using it for my son. This one already has peppermints in it. So, like, I obviously would not use this on my child, but if I was making it for myself, obviously if I'm doing a body wash, the peppermint's going to be a little bit more tingly. But I do use it for the hand soap because I like it. So literally 3/4 water. Put the rest of the Castile soap in. Okay, so 1/4 Castile soap. And then you can use whatever you want to, but the best blends for cleaning, which I'm going to talk more about, are On Guard, and then the citrus clean really well, and I really like On Guard and lemon together. So right now I'm working on, which you all are on my email list, so you'll get it once I'm finished with it, but I'm trying to put together a list of case studies attached with links that you can go and click right onto the case studies and read it. If you've ever read a case study, they get very confusing, and it's like I can barely pronounce half the stuff I'm reading, but I'm basically just going to paraphrase it and tell you what the studies are showing. So right now, there's a study that I was reading this week that was with On Guard and the flu virus, and how On Guard was actually working better than antibiotics. So I'm going to have an email coming out about that soon. But this is antibacterial, antiviral, it's really amazing. So this is the best one to use if you're getting sick, whether you're using it on the bottom of your feet, whether you're using it in capsules, definitely washing your hands. It is safe for your kids to wash their hands with it too and use it. I would not use it maybe under the age of 1. So it's just 5 drops of each. So when people are like, when do you have time? Oh, I think I filled it up too much. I did. Hold on. Anyway, I won't put the top in. I'll do that afterwards. Anyway, how fast is that? It takes like 2 seconds. So if you actually look on this third page, the third page, it's a little bit blurry, but I put a cost per drop sheet. Okay, so you can just Google this and pull it up. I didn't realize when I printed it that it was slightly blurry, but if you actually do the price comparison, it is so much cheaper to make your own stuff once you have the oils. So the oils are a little bit expensive, but they're going to last you so much longer. Like this is so inexpensive, and how many people go to stores like Bath and Body Works and things like that, or just the grocery store and buy your soap? So this is like pennies on the dollar. So get your containers, get your Castile soap. Like this lasts a really long time, and I just refill my soaps all the time. So that's one of my favorite ones. So do you want to, Claire, come up? You want to do one? Yeah. And then I'll pick up where I left off. We're getting into cleaning, and then I keep talking. So this is Claire. What do you have for us today?
Okay, I'm going to be making a facial scrub, facial exfoliant, which is great. And I apologize, I don't have little printouts of my recipe, but Carrie has it, sent it to Carrie, so she can send it out if you'd like.
Yep, if you want the recipe, I can email it to you.
Yeah. So it's just starting with a 1/2 cup of white sugar and 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And then I have sunflower oil. You can use different carrier oil if you want, but sunflower doesn't clog your pores, so it's good for the facial products or skin products. I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of that. And a teaspoon of honey. And the oils I'm going to use are, for this one, peppermint and rosemary. Rosemary, for promotes healthy skin. And just a couple drops of that, and peppermint. It's cooling and refreshing, and it actually helps with skin absorption to absorb all the other nutrients. So you do 5 drops of that. And you can experiment with different blends if you want. Melaleuca would be good, cleansing. So you just use a little bit of this mixture for an exfoliant and a little bit of moisturizer afterwards. And just store it in like an airtight jar, and it should last a few weeks. And that's it. Any questions?
Can we smell that?
So what were the oils you put in it? Peppermint and?
This one is peppermint and rosemary.
And rosemary. I love rosemary. Awesome.
Yes.
All right. Deborah, you want to go next too while she's getting that together?
So what I'm doing is you use it for 2 ways, either a makeup setting spray or like a mister. So I realized that if you buy it at the store, it's like $10 to $15 for a little can. So making it on your own is a lot cheaper, which is awesome. What you use is pure glycerin, and then water, and then whatever oil you want. I prefer frankincense because it helps with your skin, and then also lavender because it promotes, helps with the acne and redness. So yeah, I don't have glass bottles because I could probably buy them. So if you're plastics, yes, you're gonna do it yourself. Use glass. So you use 1/10 of glycerin. Make sure you're not allergic to glycerin. If you are, you can use aloe vera. So it depends on people's allergies. Apparently some people are allergic. I might know that. So use about 1/10 of the bottom. It's really easy. Hopefully don't spill. And then you put in either bottled water or distilled water because it's cleaner. You don't want to use tap water because that on your face is, I wouldn't want to do it. I hope you don't want it either. And then you fill it up. Okay. And then I used 3 drops of lavender and then 2 drops of frankincense. So that's going to come out to be like a little bit over $2 with the glycerin. With the pure glycerin, which is like less than $10 at the store. So we're going to do it. Screw on the cap. Don't break a nail while you're doing it. And then the glycerin will fall down and you shake it up. You use it, you spray at least a foot away from your face because your makeup on, you don't want to get your face all wet. If you don't have makeup on, just something to hydrate your face, especially when it gets all hot and gross in the summer. Yeah.
So one is a hydration for your face, and then the other one is to make your makeup stay longer. Is that right?
It's because I mislabeled it. Sorry.
Oh, I was just curious.
It's basically the same concept.
Okay.
It's basically
Does both.
moisturizing your face
And also can help your makeup stay on
and
longer.
help your makeup stay on a little bit longer.
Okay.
especially in the heat. It's Vegas.
And
It's hot.
since you are a dance student and you did showcase the other night and you tried it out and you were dancing and sweating, and how did it go?
So it went okay, but I can add the glycerin.
Okay.
But today, if you're not noticed, my face is actually pretty good, and I've been running around all day today. So it does work. I've tried it, and then like if you blow your nose, sometimes you see like your makeup on. I don't know, maybe that's me just being makeup on like tissue. So lately, I've been noticed less of that. It's because it actually does heal a little bit better. It's not gonna be perfect, but at least it helps a little bit. So yeah.
Okay, awesome. And so I'm gonna just hold this up
Yeah.
so people can see it.
And then there's other recipes I had from before.
All right, very cool. I'll let you send that out. Do you do that for me?
Okay, so just gonna pass that out. So I'm gonna keep going. So the goal today is really just to find other ways to use your oils in everyday uses. And usually close to Christmas time, I do a really fun one that's all like gift-giving ideas and really cool like bath bombs where you could use a citric acid with the bath bombs and it just makes your whole tub bubble up, and you can use food coloring for kids if you want the color to the tub to be filled with color. Okay, so we did the hand soap. So my favorites are On Guard and Lemon for everything cleaning, okay? You can definitely mix it up. I would definitely recommend doing On Guard with everything if you want it to be antiviral. So the next one that I use the most of, although this is my own little label on it, would just be the same exact thing. This is what I replace as all cleaners in my house, but it's On Guard and Lemon. Just fill it all the way up with water, and you're putting 5 drops of On Guard, 5 drops of lemon. And this is your all-purpose cleaner. So if you need something else that's a little bit more of cleaning, so I'm going to pass this out. So these are different recipes, because I'm not going to sit here and make all of them, but I do actually I've used them all. And maybe you can focus in on that to show. So again, purpose of just learning to use our essential oils, but also realizing how much money you can save once you know how to use your oils. So basically, the main ones that clean: On Guard, the citrus, and the other one is going to be oregano. So I definitely tried over a period of time switching this out with oregano, and the cleaning power is there. It's just, we didn't love the way it smelled in the house, and the On Guard and the citrus just smell so nice and so clean. So, but you can definitely clean with On Guard. So if you're doing a scrub, so like if you want to replace like a soft scrub, then you can use baking soda. A little bit of vinegar is optional. You can just follow these here, but all the time I like a replacement of soft scrub with white vinegar, just a little bit, like a couple tablespoons in a little jar, like maybe half this size, with the baking soda, and then I'll just mix them. I'll do oregano, and I'll do On Guard, and I'll do lemon, and mix it up, clean my tub and everything. Whatever else you need to clean that needs scrubbing action. So if you look at the scrubs, it actually shows you what it replaces and the cost of it. So you can see again, it's pennies on the dollar if you have the oils and you use them. So
I'm sorry, are you putting that in the 8-ounce then?
yes.
And then
yes.
you're just filling the rest up with distilled water.
That's
okay,
it. Yeah. And so I give these out to people all the time. So I figured today, because I knew it was pretty much nobody that was brand new. I'm not giving this one out. This is the one that I made at the studio and we keep here. But literally, it's just water, 5 drops of On Guard, 5 drops of lemon. And if you're sampling out to people and you have friends that you're sharing with, this is one of the best ones. I give this to everybody that gets their own account. I think I've given it to. Have I given it to all of you? Okay, because most people don't realize how easy it is to make their own cleaner, and it smells so good, and it works amazingly. So it is something that I sample out to everybody. So if you're looking for creative ways or, to sample out your oils to people, that's a really great one. Okay, so I want to note, because I really heavily got into the essential oils. It just sounds funny when I say it like that, like I got into something bad. Heavily into essential oils when I was pregnant, so you really can't take anything when you're pregnant. So, and one of the main things that I was concerned with was all of the toxins and everything in the cleaners. So, and I have this, I'm going to read a little bit to you. If you want it, I can email it to you. And then we could show it to the Periscope in just a second. So, when you become a label reader, when you go to the grocery store, so when you're buying something like, I haven't really bought a cleaner in, I'd say over 2 years now, because I've learned I just really clean with the oils. But if you are buying it, hopefully you're not buying cleaners, but look at the labels if you have any in your house. So Clorox cleanup, the warning is, most of the time the warnings in the labels, if they put it backwards on the label where you have to read through it in order, it's like literally you have to read through this clear part on the other side. Okay, so that's really smart because you really can't read it, but it has to be listed. It's kind of crazy actually. So when you're using Clorox cleanup, and think of how many times you've done this probably, and how many other people do it. But wear protective eyewear. Who does that when you clean your house? Are you wearing eyewear? Protective eyewear. Wash hands thoroughly before eating, drinking, or using tobacco. Okay, that's strange, but that's what it says. Wear disposable gloves. Okay. Are we cleaning with gloves? Maybe some people do. I know I didn't before, and I don't know if anybody else did this, and I always thought it was strange, and so I never told anybody. When I finally started saying it in a class, I realized from all the ladies laughing that they've done it too, trying to save time. I would get in the shower, and I would clean my shower while I'm in there taking a shower, okay? And those fumes of spraying stuff, and I'm scrubbing with my foot, and am I the only one in here that's done that? You've never cleaned your shower while you're in there?
I have.
Okay.
I thought of doing it before.
I've definitely done it. Not anymore, and now if I did, it doesn't matter because it's healthy. I'm just boosting my immune system while I clean that. Lysol, hazardous to humans and domestic animals. That's the first thing that it says. Warning, use disposable gloves, gowns, and eye coverings. Lemon Fresh Clorox disinfectant wipes. The wipes that they tell you to clean up your countertops and everything. Hazardous to humans and domestic animals, avoid eye contact with eyes or clothing. Comment, hazardous to humans and domestic animals, harmful if swallowed or inhaled. Avoid breathing in the vapors. Scrubbing bubbles, harmful to humans and domestic animals. It's an eye and skin irritant. Lysol Power Toilet Cleaner. Danger, corrosive, causes irreversible eye damage. Wear protective eyewear, goggles. Do not breathe in vapor or fumes. Okay, so my point is there's nothing that is out there that's safe to clean with, unless you're like fully covered, right? But we do this all the time. Windex is actually, it's not listed on here, but there it is, window cleaner. Causes central nervous system depression, degenerative lesions to the liver, kidneys, ammonia. It's irritating to the eyes, respiratory tract, and skin, possible chronic irritation. Okay, so how many people, this is in my opinion, especially because if this is gonna go online, I have to say it's in my opinion, but how many of you know somebody who has cancer or had cancer and you're like, how did they get that? They're so healthy, they eat good. Because chemicals are all around us. We're engrossed in it. It is, as much as you try to get rid of chemicals, it's almost impossible with the way life is set up. So for me, it's just every day I make a choice to try to get something else out of my lifestyle, and that's really what this is about. This is what this is about. So it's scary. So I just kind of wanted to point some of those things out because I really don't think people realize how horrible, or maybe they need to be reminded how horrible the cleaning products are. So definitely On Guard, lemon, oregano, those are your main ones for cleaning. Okay, so I'm going to move on. So what is, if you know this, because I've said it before, don't answer it, but what is the time of day that you take in the most toxins? Do you know? You heard it. Do you know? What do you think? Take a guess. When you take a shower. Yes. So think about, if you're trying to clean well and you're trying to not, use chemicals, like now you gotta look at your shower products, your soaps and things like that. I have made soaps before, but I will tell you, like the doTERRA soap, the Citrus Bliss, I really love. We use this all the time. It smells really good. But it's not like once you shower and then you smell like it all day. It's not like that because it's all natural. So if you're looking for that, you're not going to find it because it's natural. But I really, really like this soap. Actually, Trader Joe's has a couple good ones too. But your soap, your shampoo goes right into your scalp. That's another hard one. That was a hard one for me to figure out and find the right shampoo and what actually makes my hair look good, but it's also still healthy. It's a process of going through. The next thing is what we wash our clothes with. Okay, so the On Guard laundry detergent is really awesome. I don't know who else has tried it. Nobody's tried it. You have a baby. You have to try it. Do you buy the baby laundry stuff?
Yeah.
and some of them are still not even good.
Yeah.
Like when I was pregnant, I was reading through all the labels, and I couldn't believe, or the things that they say are green, and just because it says they're green, it doesn't really necessarily mean that they're safe. Okay, so I use the On Guard laundry detergent. There are some other ones out there. I'm not saying you have to go just doTERRA. I just like doTERRA, obviously. So I just do a yarn or a wool ball, and then purify. So I'm going to give one of these away today. But you can use whatever oils you want to. But I have noticed that you smell the purify longer on your clothes than you would just the. I tried a whole bunch of them. But I like purify, like 1 or 2 drops of purify, and then like a drop of lavender. It still comes out to being okay. So I bought a big thing of wool. It was $7, and I haven't even finished making them, but I probably could get about 10 balls out of them. So it's pretty inexpensive. Okay, it's under $1 per ball. And then if you go to your cost per drop, I don't think Purify is on it. I don't know off the top of my head, but it's still cheaper and it's safer, right? So use good laundry detergent. You get out of the shower, your pores are all open. You just used hopefully non-chemical related stuff in your shower, and then if you go put on your clothes onto your skin that you just washed with Tide and with these other ones, and then the dryer sheets, that's chemicals. So it's like the little things that there's so many you just don't think about. So I love that one. That one's a really good one. And it really does help with static. It's not, I can't say it's absolutely amazing. I still notice a little bit of static. I did accidentally last time I did this class, I did a yarn ball instead of wool. There's a difference. Do the wool. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is, I made a hand sanitizer also. Sorry, my tape job is not very good. But literally it's the same thing. It's water, it's On Guard, and lemon. So this is in my kid's diaper bag. I spray the shopping carts all over. Spray it on my hands. I spray it on his hands. He loves when I spray his hands. He gets to rub his hands together. Okay, so the next one. Okay, this is one of my most used. And my husband has terrible allergies, like terrible. And it has been, I know, really bad for everybody right now. And there's lots of oils that we can use, like Breathe is really good, peppermint is really good, can be helpful if people have asthma as well. But if you feel like you're getting sick, the On Guard soft gels are fantastic. We use those in my house all the time. And my husband's a firefighter, so he's around sick people a lot at the hospitals, and he comes home and he's up all night. And you know when you just feel like that little, I just feel like I'm getting something, then we take On Guard. Like if he feels it, I'm taking it too, just in case. But then there's sometimes when you feel like, okay, I'm definitely getting something. So this is what you make. And I have to just wash my hands, just so you know. Alright, so you can buy these anywhere. You can buy them through doTERRA, you can buy them at Whole Foods. It's just the capsules. I think in here is just random things that I think people wish they had at home and they don't. And I'm constantly ordering from these other places to get tools. So I'm selling them for what I got them for. But if you like roller balls, if you need anything. And I do believe I did put some capsules for like $1 in there. So, but you can buy them at Whole Foods, you can buy them wherever. But these are things you want to have on hand now, because don't wait until you get sick, because then you're not going to have the right things to help you from getting sick. Or, I don't claim that you're not going to get sick if you take it, but it definitely will reduce the length of time or the severity of how bad you feel. Okay, so we use this all the time in my house. It's oregano, frankincense, melaleuca, lemon, and On Guard. So, or sometimes I do this and I'll just do an On Guard soft gel on top of it. Does anybody know what the difference between the On Guard essential oil and the On Guard soft gels are? Okay, why the heck do we have soft gels? And why do we have On Guard beadlets?
Isn't the
Just so
soft
they can
gel,
sell something else. Just kidding.
the soft gels have more stuff in it. Like
It does. It has melissa oil and black pepper. So it really boosts your immune system, really helps with seasonal threats. What am I doing? On Guard. So, and some of these companies have these little holders where you can put all your little pills in and make them. I don't have any, but it's not really that hard. But if you're making a bunch at the same time, I do 4 drops of lemon. I do lemon in my water all the time. I don't know if you all do, but it is very cleansing, cleans out your organs. It's something you should do all the time, not just once in a while, but lemon is great. Make sure if you're using the essential oils in your water, you're using it in glass. Melaleuca, frankincense. It's definitely one of the more expensive ones, but frankincense, I always say, if I got stuck on an island and I could only take one oil with me, frankincense would be it. And I'm almost out of that one, and that one didn't go very well. That one was messy, but that's okay. Don't worry, I won't put this one out. I'll keep this one. I usually give them out. Okay. Oregano. So oregano is an oil that everybody at some point seems to have a story that goes along with it. They have an experience with oregano. And I will tell you, I know a lady specifically that you can get, there's so many things that you can do with oregano besides putting them in a capsule, which by the way is the only way I personally will use oregano. But she was trying to get rid of skin tags, which you can put a drop on a skin tag and cover it with like a Band-Aid or something like that. And after a couple weeks, you okay? After a couple weeks, then it should fall off. Well, she did this, but she had a couple skin tags like here and here. Anyway, so this was her first experience with oregano, and she put the drops on, covered it, but it seeped out, and she literally like burned her leg because it's so strong. She didn't use a carrier oil, just put it directly on. Oh, she's tough. Put the Band-Aid on, and it seeped out, and literally like it was like covered this much. She like basically burned her leg. It's very strong. You have to be very, very careful. So if you're using it diluted, you can use it with On Guard, and you can use it on the bottom of your feet, definitely if you're getting sick. I don't do that either. I just put it in a capsule. My experience was I actually read that you could put, if you didn't have capsules, and this was when I was newer and I was trying things out, that you could put a drop in a teaspoon of honey or a tablespoon of honey. So I did that. And literally I thought for about 5 minutes I was going to die. It burned my throat where I really wanted to die for 5 minutes. And then it went away and it was fine, and I will never do that again. So I always tell everybody, if you're using oregano, be very careful. Definitely dilute it a lot or put it in a capsule. It's the best thing that you can do. So, okay, so any questions about that? Anybody have a story to share? You will find one eventually if you haven't yet. Okay, so we call this the flu bomb. Okay, I did not make up this concoction. Okay, there are other, varieties of oils that you can put in it. All essential oils are beneficial to our bodies, but knowing how to use the essential oils is the key. Okay, so there's something that I've tried to duplicate. There are a couple things I've tried to duplicate and make myself, and I have not had good luck, so I just don't do it anymore, and I just purchase it. Correctex is one of my most favorite. I want to say it's probably been out for like a year, maybe a little bit longer. But if you have kids, you gotta have this one. I don't know if you got this one. Correctex. This is like your all-natural Neosporin. It works for everything: cuts, scrapes, bruises, anything you would use Neosporin for. You can use this. It has 5 different essential oils in it. It has helichrysum, which is like a tissue repair oil. It has lavender. It has frankincense, which is, so you're getting all the antibacterial work in it, but you're also getting the fast healing. So Correctex is super awesome. That's one I can't duplicate. Definitely always have a carrier oil. You gotta have that. You have that, right? You put that on your last order. Couple things I always have too. If you haven't tried the toothpaste, you have to try one full tube. I have samples if you want to try it, but if you haven't tried a whole tube, just put it on your next order. You will not be sorry. Before I got my own account, this lady came that I had been working with, and she was bringing me stuff. She'd bring me stuff all the time, to the point where I was like, I didn't order that. I start to feel bad, and so this is the last thing she brought me, a whole tube of toothpaste, and she's like, oh, this is for you. I was like, okay, are you sure? Okay, thanks, And so I went home and I told my husband, I'm like, okay, Joan brought me something else. We have to try it. Let's just try it for a day or two, just so I can say I tried it. Anyway, we used the whole tube. And I have very sensitive teeth. I had no problems with it whatsoever. And I really and truly, and I'm not just saying this, but I definitely could see a difference with my teeth being whiter. And I drink a lot of coffee, so. The toothpaste, and everybody loves it. I have not had one person tell me that they don't like it. Have you guys all tried it? Do you like it? Or she's going to say no, it should be my first. Just kidding. She said yes, by the way. Okay.
It's definitely better than regular toothpaste.
It is. I do love the Citrus Bliss oil, and I love all the Citrus Bliss products. So the hand lotion I have with me all the time. I do make my own lotion at home too, and I put a variety. I love lavender, eucalyptus, and rosemary together, so I do that a lot. I usually do that at this class, but I was trying to mix it up. But Citrus Bliss. This is a really great one. Here's the other thing. I've made chapstick so many times, and then I tried doTERRA's chapstick, and it was so much better. So now I just always add them onto my order. So those are kind of the things that I never go without. I always have these. I've always got the Castile soap. I always have a ridiculous amount of oils, but On Guard, I'm never without On Guard Lemon. Those are like my two go-tos. My hand sanitizer is always in my purse. I also, if you want to make it a gel and you don't want it to be a spray, you can purchase it from, I have one if you want to see it after class. It's actually plastic, it's little. It's a regular hand sanitizing bottle, but you put organic aloe in it, and then you do the same thing with the On Guard and the lemon, and now you actually have a regular hand sanitizer that's not a spray. Okay, so I'm going fast because I'm just trying to get through them all. This is really fun. I did not make this, but what a great gift-giving idea. I did pass this around at the last class. You can make it different. You can change it up. This one is actually a survival kit, so it's super cute. It's like an Altoids little box that you can reuse. I'm sure you can find these like on Amazon. And on the inside is, they made a little list. It's a sticker, and they printed out what's in the kit and then what it does. So obviously you can switch that up if you're doing, this is like kind of like gift-giving ideas. So inside you have the deep blue rub, so this is going to be for any kind of pain management. This could be like a great thing to keep in your car, or if you're, I don't know, going camping or something. So, and there are several little tiny quarter drams in there, and so the girl that made this, peppermint beadlets, peppermint, lemon, Digestin. So if you have any kind of stomach issues, get rid of the Pepto, use Digestin. It's really awesome. Melaleuca and lavender. So those are in there. A Breathe Drop. Okay, so allergies or anything, if you're sick or whatever, Breathe Drop is going to be really good. An On Guard Drop if you feel like you're getting sick. She made a chapstick. She put a little tiny, there's a lot of things fit in this little tiny tin. A little toothbrush, an On Guard toothpaste sample, and a little cotton ball, and a Band-Aid. So it's a little survival kit. So I'm going to pass it on so you can look at it. So there's some super creative things out there. If you look on Pinterest, you can definitely see. Sorry, you got stuck videoing all this time. Deborah will help you out if you want to. And then you can see the side lists off everything that's in there. Super cute. You've seen it before? Did you want to see? No. Okay. Okay. So, all right. So we're going to come to one of my last ones. I'm not really going by my sheet anymore. I think I pretty much covered everything, almost, except sleep. I did put the Aroma inhaler on here, but I forgot mine today. But I did put a few in here because I know this is something that nobody has on hand. And it took me a little while, and I bought them in bulk. So they were really cheap, so like $1.50 each. So a little nasal inhaler, you literally will open up the back end of it and put your essential oils in it. So I have one at home, and I literally probably have not put a drop of oil in it maybe 4 months. And I use it, and I don't have any allergies, so right now I'm super clear. But I try everything out on my husband because he's got really bad allergies. But I just wanted to see how it was working, and it was still really strong. And so I did put that on here. 20 drops of Breathe, 5 drops of peppermint, and 5 drops of eucalyptus. So boy, is it powerful. It's really, and it's healthy for you. So that's a really good thing to have if you have allergies or if anybody's sick. So a spray perfume, I also always have in my purse. Apparently my purse is full of doTERRA, but I have one left in here, I believe. These went really fast when I got them. They're so cute. But you could just use a spray bottle. You don't have to have mine's pink and sparkly. And it's my last one. Literally, you fill it. Perfume is terrible for you. It smells nice. We all love to smell good. And it was really hard for me because I really used to love to wear perfume, especially with dancing with everybody. You always want to smell good. Okay, so this is my replacement. I literally just put water in it, and then I put the drops of whatever it is that I want to smell like that week or whatever. So I gave you a couple different options, like Balance Elevation and a drop of peppermint. So it's actually very strong. Make sure you're only putting 1 drop. You don't need more than that. Lavender, eucalyptus, and rosemary. I do like that. Many women love Whisper. For me personally, it's not one of my favorites, but it's a little smell it. I should have brought it today, but I didn't. But this is a great thing to have, and it's kind of like gives you a little pick-me-up. Peppermint is really good for kind of boosting your mood, can help you focus. So like if you're taking a test, or if you need to concentrate, or at work, or whatever, just need something to kind of wake you up and you don't want to drink coffee, peppermint is great. So you can actually just dab it on your temples, also helps for headaches. But having it in this is really nice. You can just spray it on. So here comes my next one most used, and this is my last one before I get to it, sorry. If you don't have this one, I did pass this around at the last one. This is a romantic ylang ylang bath soak. So I didn't make it today, but it's with coconut milk and ylang ylang and cinnamon, and it smells, I did bring it with me, the oil today. It's not one of those, I'll pass it around, that you don't smell it and you're like, oh, this is my most favorite. It's not for me, but in this recipe, it smells wonderful in your bath. It's awesome. So I'll pass that around so you guys can just look at it. If you want a copy of it, I'll make a copy, or I can just email it to you. But it's very florally. It's supposed to be like an aphrodisiac as well. Just saying. Okay. My next one is a roller ball for sleep. So I made a tiny one to give out today. So I really want to give it to somebody who really has trouble sleeping. I have sampled out these adorable, cute little teeny tiny roller balls. And I've had very, 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 very good feedback. I'll show how cute this little tiny roller ball is. It's just a 1/4 dram with a roller ball on it. So this is enough for if you're sampling to people. You don't want to sample big, giant samples of things because our body chemistry is all different. What works for one person doesn't always work for the next. So you want to give them something to try without, spending 20 bucks on sampling somebody. So these are really, really good. I got these at Essential Oil Gear. And so in this one, I made the recipe on here for a 10 milliliter roller ball, which is the ones in here. So obviously this is much bigger. You can see the difference in size. This is what I have at my house that I use every night. And then when I don't use it, I feel like I wake up more often. So we all have different ways that we deal with stress. And usually one of the first things that happen is our sleep goes. So really finding the reason for it. Are you watching TV in bed? Sometimes people have trouble sleeping if they watch TV in bed, if they drink alcohol close to bedtime. So anxiety is a huge one. That's what I'm finding most people struggle with. They're anxious, they go to sleep, or maybe they go to sleep okay, but they wake up because their mind goes all the time. I used to have that all the time when the studio was mine. I sleep a whole lot better now. I still have some issues sleeping. So in this is vetiver. I'm going to pass all of the oils that are in this around. So vetiver is one of my favorites just because it works so well. Some people have called it the all-natural sleep tranquilizer. I say that jokingly because it's not like you're going to put it on the bottoms of your feet and you're not going to feel like you took a Xanax. You're not going to feel like you took Tylenol PM. It smells like soil. It smells very earthy. Men actually used to wear this as cologne. That is what your feet will smell like if you put it on your feet. I've actually grown to really like the smell of it now, for whatever reason, I really do. And the next one in it is Serenity, and then Lavender. And right now, Roman Chamomile they don't have, so I've replaced it with Balance. And Balance is definitely one of my favorites. If you haven't used this, put a drop in your hands. It has fractionated coconut oil in it, so you don't have to worry about it being too strong. But rub it on the back of your neck, behind your ears. I really like the way it smells. It smells fantastic if you mix it with Elevation and a little bit of peppermint. So I put it in a roller ball, and I have that in my purse too, and I'll just rub it on my wrists because I like the smell. A lot of people who struggle with depression use it a lot because it is a mood enhancement. That's a whole other class that we could talk about, but it is one of the mood elevating essential oils, one of the mood oils, Balance and Elevation both. So that's actually what's in this little tiny roller ball. So who has trouble sleeping? Nobody? You do? I'll make you one. I'm going to give it to her. And I'll make you one because I'll see you tomorrow probably, right? Yep. You're welcome. So just rub it on the bottoms of your feet. I don't have any fractionated coconut oil in there. I don't know if you have skin sensitivities, but I always say to dilute if necessary. For me, the vetiver makes me itchy. The first time I used it, I put it on the back of my neck, and I could just feel like I was a little itchy. So So I only put it on the bottom of my feet. But when you put it on the bottom of your feet, it's in your bloodstream after 30 seconds, and after 15 minutes, it is in every cell of your body. Okay, so if you go to YouTube, put in balance, and put doTERRA balance, that's it, in YouTube. In the first video that pops up, you're going to actually see a microscope of cells. It's like 1.5 minutes long, and you're actually going to see what the cells look like on this person before the balance oil. And then it shows it, I think, like after 10 minutes, maybe even less, of putting the balance oil on the bottom of the feet, and it actually shows all the cells moving around freely. So like the first one, they're all clumped together, and the second one, they're just kind of moving around. So balance oil is actually proven to help your body find its state of homeostasis. So just work, kind of everything just kind of functions the way that it's supposed to. That's what the balance oil is for. So that's pretty much, that's a lot. And I did put my chapstick recipe on the bottom, but I didn't make those today. So you have a lot of recipes to play with. Hopefully today you're taking away some really good recipes, really just everyday uses. Use your oils, you have them. It's going to be so much cheaper to get your oils and then make your own stuff. You see how fast we just made some of this stuff. It's a lot faster than going to the store and getting it, that's for sure, and cheaper. So are there any questions?
Oh, do you wash your floors with that stuff too?
I do. Yep, we mop our whole. It depends on what your floors are, but we at my other house we just moved, but not real wood, like Virgo flooring like this or tile. Yes, yeah. But there are other recipes out there too. I don't like the smell of vinegar. A lot of the recipes have vinegar in it, and I don't want to put vinegar all over my house. But thank you, Deborah. You can.
Oh, for that.
You're like, why are you thanking me?